And now in North America, Mexico has deployed 10,000 troops following deadly clashes triggered by the killing of the country's most wanted drug lord, Nemesio Oseguren Carventes, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel. Authorities say Oseguren, also known as El Mencho, died after being wounded in a shootout with soldiers in Tapalpa, Jalisco State. His death sparked widespread violence, with cartel members blocking roads across multiple states and setting vehicles and businesses on fire. Officials say at least 74 people were killed in the fighting, including security personnel, suspected criminals, and a civilian. A prison attack also allowed several inmates to escape. 72-year-old former Labour Minister, peer, and former UK Ambassador to the United States, Peter Mandelson, has been released after being arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. His arrest follows allegations that confidential government documents were sent to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein during his time in office. Officers from the Metropolitan Police entered Mandelson's residence in the late afternoon. He was later escorted from the property and driven away for questioning as part of an ongoing investigation. Now, for more on this, I'm joined by senior international correspondent and anchor Afua Hagan. Afua, Peter Mandelson has been seen leaving a police station after questioning. What exactly has happened today?
Well, Peter Mandelson, formerly Lord Mandelson, former member of the Labour Party and former British ambassador to the United States, was arrested yesterday. This is on suspicion of misconduct in public office, and this relates to his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, more details of which we got from the Epstein files, and particularly that huge dump of files that came earlier on this month. So he was arrested yesterday. This follows extensive searches at two addresses associated to him in England. Those searches took place and the police decided to arrest him at home. Yesterday he was taken to a police station and then he was released earlier on this morning.
So the government says the first Mandelson files will be published next month. What are these files?
So the Mandelson files relates to any documents that the government has in relation to how Peter Mandelson was appointed as the British ambassador to the United States. Now, Sir Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, has said that he believes Peter Mandelson lied to him about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. And perhaps if he had been honest, Peter Mandelson wouldn't have been appointed as the British ambassador to the United States. So now there's going to be what's called a humble address in Parliament, and during that humble address, Parliament can, or members of both sides of the House, can request for those files to be published. They are going to be published in two halves, if you will, and those files will be all the documents that relate to how Peter Mandelson was appointed. So what internet searches were done, what any research was done by any members of the government into his background, and what the government knew about his relationship with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and how that factored in to Peter Mandelson getting the job of the British ambassador to the United States.
All right, very quickly before we let you go, how damaging is this for the current government?
Well, this remains to be extremely damaging for Sir Keir Starmer because his judgment is on the line here. Like I said, he says that he was lied to by Peter Mandelson, but definitely this is super damaging for Sir Keir Starmer and the people around him. I mean, his cabinet secretary has been forced to resign. Sir Keir Starmer has held on to his job, but his judgment is under fire here. So, of course, that means the government and his cabinet are under fire as to what they knew about Peter Mandelson and how he managed to be appointed in this way.
All right, News Central's international correspondent and anchor Afua Hagan on the recent development on the misconduct in public office.